Have you ever wondered what really happens to your body and mind when physical intimacy fades as you age? Society often tells us that sex is something only for the young, a luxury that naturally disappears after your 60s, 70s, or beyond. But what if the truth is far more important than that? As a doctor with decades of experience working with older adults, I've seen firsthand that maintaining a healthy sex life isn't just about pleasure. It's a vital part of staying strong, connected, and vibrant in your golden years. Ignoring this essential aspect of health can silently impact your heart, muscles, brain, emotions, and even your immune system in ways you might never expect. In this video, I'll reveal the crucial changes your body may face without physical intimacy and share why keeping that connection alive matters more than you think. Before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss vital health insights crafted especially for you. 1. Your heart health takes a hit. Most people don't realize just how deeply sex and physical intimacy affect heart health, especially as we grow older. Your heart isn't just a pump working on autopilot. It thrives on activity, connection, and the subtle workouts that come from being physically close to someone you care about. Regular sexual activity is like a gentle cardiovascular exercise. It raises your heart rate just enough to improve circulation, helps lower your blood pressure, and keeps your arteries flexible. These benefits aren't trivial. They can literally reduce your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases. Let me tell you about Mr. Thompson, a 72-year-old retiree I worked with. He had always been diligent about his diet and medications, yet his heart health was deteriorating. When we discussed the importance of staying physically active in every way, including intimacy, he was surprised. He began prioritizing closeness with his partner, making time for regular moments of intimacy. Over months, his cardiovascular markers improved, his blood pressure stabilized, and he felt more energetic overall. Science supports this too. Research shows that seniors who maintain a healthy sex life are less likely to experience heart problems. It's not about how often you have sex, but about nurturing consistent physical and emotional connection. When you lose this natural form of activity, your heart misses out. It becomes more prone to inflammation, higher blood pressure, and stress. Imagine telling your heart to skip its daily workout. The consequences build slowly but surely. So here's a question for you. Have you noticed any changes in your heart health or energy when your physical intimacy has decreased? How have you managed or tried to maintain that vital connection? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your experience could help others see the heart-healthy power of intimacy in a new light. 2. Muscles and joints lose vitality. Without intimacy, when we think about staying physically strong as we age, we often picture gym workouts, walking routines, or stretching exercises. But one of the most overlooked and enjoyable ways to maintain muscle tone and joint flexibility is through regular physical intimacy. Sexual activity naturally engages multiple muscle groups, from your core to your legs, arms, and pelvic muscles. It encourages movement, helps improve balance and coordination, and stimulates blood flow to tissues throughout your body. For seniors, this type of gentle physical activity can be both pleasurable and incredibly beneficial. Let me share the story of Mrs. Anderson, a 69-year-old woman who noticed her joints becoming stiffer and muscles weaker after years of minimal physical activity and declining intimacy. After she and her partner rekindled their closeness and physical connection, she found that her overall mobility improved. She felt stronger, more agile, and even more confident moving through her daily life. Without this kind of stimulation, muscles begin to weaken faster, joints become less flexible, and overall, mobility declines. It's a slow, almost invisible shift, but over time it increases the risk of falls, injuries, and a sedentary lifestyle, which itself leads to further health problems. Moreover, the confidence that comes from feeling physically capable often stems from knowing your body is active and engaged, not just in the gym, but in all areas of life, including intimacy. Losing that connection can trigger a cycle of inactivity and isolation. So, have you experienced changes in your strength or joint comfort related to your level of physical closeness? What activities have helped you stay strong and flexible? Share your experiences or tips. If the comments below your story might inspire someone else to rediscover this vital connection. 3. Your brain takes a hit without intimacy. When we think about brain health, we often focus on puzzles, reading, or physical exercise. But what many don't realize is that sexual intimacy plays a crucial, yet often overlooked, role in maintaining cognitive function, especially as we age. During moments of physical closeness and sexual activity, your brain releases a powerful mix of neurotransmitters and hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. These chemicals do much more than make you feel good in the moment. They actively promote mental well-being, reduce stress, and support memory and learning. Dopamine is often called the reward molecule. It drives motivation and focus. When dopamine levels drop, which can happen naturally with age or stress, we may experience decreased concentration and feelings of apathy. Regular intimacy helps maintain healthy dopamine levels, keeping your mind sharp and engaged. Oxytocin, sometimes known as the bonding hormone, fosters trust, emotional connection, and reduces anxiety. It calms the nervous system, promoting relaxation and emotional resilience. Without regular release of oxytocin, feelings of loneliness and depression can intensify. Endorphins, the body's natural painkillers and mood elevators, help combat anxiety and improve overall mood stability. Their release during intimacy supports a positive mental state that carries beyond the bedroom. Research consistently shows that seniors who maintain a healthy sexual life often exhibit better cognitive performance, reduced risk of depression, and slower mental decline compared to those who are less active in this area. Let me share a story. Mr. Lawson, a 75-year-old retiree, began noticing forgetfulness, brain fog, and a creeping sense of isolation. After openly discussing these concerns with his partner, they committed to reconnecting physically and emotionally. Within months, Mr. Lawson reported not only improved mood and mental clarity, but also a renewed enthusiasm for social activities and hobbies he had set aside. Neglecting physical intimacy means missing out on these vital neurological benefits. Like muscles, your brain needs regular exercise to stay healthy, and physical connection is one of the most natural, enjoyable, and effective forms of mental stimulation available. Moreover, intimacy helps reduce chronic stress, a major contributor to cognitive decline, by lowering cortisol levels and encouraging restorative sleep, both essential for brain health. Ask yourself, have you noticed changes in your mental sharpness or mood when physical closeness has diminished? How do you nurture your cognitive health today? Please share your experiences, thoughts, or questions in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to explore this powerful connection between intimacy and brain health. 4. Emotional intimacy begins to fade without physical connection. As we age, emotional intimacy becomes even more crucial. It is the heart of any lasting relationship. Yet, when physical intimacy starts to disappear, The emotional bond often quietly weakens alongside it. Sex is far more than just a physical act. It is a profound expression of affection, trust, vulnerability, and connection. It speaks a language beyond words, reinforcing feelings of being seen, desired, and loved. When this language fades, couples can slowly drift apart, sometimes without even realizing it. Routine conversations replace playful exchanges. Affectionate gestures become less frequent. The spark, the warmth that once ignited closeness begins to dim. Many seniors find themselves feeling lonely, even within committed partnerships, because the lack of physical closeness can create a sense of emotional distance. This loneliness isn't just a passing feeling, it has real, measurable impacts on health. Studies link loneliness with increased risks of depression, higher blood pressure, weakened immune response, and even greater mortality rates. Emotional intimacy, sustained through touch and connection, acts as a powerful protective factor against these risks. Consider the story of Helen and George, married for over 45 years. Over time, as their physical intimacy lessened, Helen described feeling like roommates rather than soulmates. They found themselves talking less about their feelings and more about daily routines, gradually losing the emotional closeness that once felt effortless. But when they consciously worked to rebuild physical and emotional connection, holding hands, sharing quiet moments, embracing regularly, they experienced a profound shift. Their relationship rekindled with deeper understanding, warmth, and affection. This shows us that nurturing emotional intimacy isn't about grand gestures, but about consistent, gentle acts of connection, touch, eye contact, vulnerability. These small moments become the glue holding relationships together. Letting go of physical intimacy often means losing one of the strongest anchors of emotional closeness. How has physical intimacy impacted the emotional connection in your relationships? Have you found ways to nurture closeness beyond words? Share your insights and stories in the comments below. Your experiences may inspire others seeking deeper connection. 5. Sleep becomes a struggle without physical intimacy. Quality sleep is one of the cornerstones of good health, especially as we age. Yet, many older adults don't realize how deeply connected restful sleep is to physical intimacy. When sexual activity decreases or disappears, the body misses out on powerful natural processes that promote relaxation and restorative sleep. After sexual release, your body produces hormones like prolactin, which encourages relaxation and helps you fall asleep more easily. At the same time, oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone, is released, reducing stress and anxiety, two of the biggest barriers to peaceful sleep. For many seniors, sleep problems are common and often treated with medication. But what if the solution lies in the intimacy you've been missing? When physical closeness fades, these calming chemical reactions don't occur as regularly, leaving your body tense and your mind restless. Imagine trying to fall asleep after a stressful day, with racing thoughts and a tight chest. Now imagine the difference that a moment of closeness, a loving touch, or sexual intimacy could make. It's not just about falling asleep, it's about achieving deeper, more restorative sleep that supports memory, mood, energy, and overall health. Without this natural sleep aid, you may find yourself tossing and turning, waking up tired, or struggling with insomnia. Over time, poor sleep can contribute to cognitive decline, weakened immunity, and increased risk of chronic diseases. Take the story of Mr. Davis, who in his late 60s began experiencing restless nights and fatigue. After reconnecting with his partner and prioritizing physical intimacy, he noticed not only better sleep, but also improved mood and energy during the day. Sleep and intimacy share a quiet powerful bond. Nurturing one often strengthens the other, creating a cycle of health and happiness. Have you experienced changes in your sleep linked to your level of physical closeness? What helps you relax and rest well? Share your thoughts or tips in the comments below. Your experience may offer comfort and ideas to others facing similar struggles. 6. Self-esteem and confidence decline without intimacy. Aging brings many changes, but few affect our sense of self. Quite like the loss of physical intimacy, feeling desired, touched, and connected is deeply tied to how we see ourselves. Without regular intimacy, many older adults begin to feel invisible or unwanted, leading to a quiet but powerful decline in self-esteem and confidence. When you no longer experience physical affection or sexual connection, it's easy to start doubting your attractiveness or worth. You might avoid mirrors, pull away from social or romantic interactions, or stop expressing affection not because you don't care, but because you feel less desirable. I remember Mrs. Carter, who shared that after years without intimacy, she felt like she had disappeared from her husband's world. This emotional distance affected her overall mood and even her willingness to engage in activities she once loved. Physical intimacy sends emotional signals that affirm your value and vitality. It reminds you that you are still capable of love and connection, no matter your age. Reclaiming this part of yourself often ignites confidence that ripples into every aspect of life, from your posture to your outlook on the future. Without it, self-doubt can quietly grow, impacting relationships, social life, and mental health. But the good news is that even small steps toward reconnecting can rebuild this confidence and restore a sense of worth. How has physical intimacy affected your self-esteem or confidence? Have you found ways to nurture your sense of worth and vitality? Share your story or advice in the comments below. Your courage may inspire others to reclaim theirs. 7. Your immune system become without physical intimacy. When we think about boosting our immune system, most of us focus on vitamins, exercise, and hygiene. But few realize that sexual intimacy plays a surprisingly important role in keeping your body's defenses strong, especially as you age. Regular sexual activity has been linked to higher levels of immunoglobulin A, IgA, a crucial antibody that helps protect against colds, infections, and illnesses. It also supports balanced hormone levels, reduces chronic inflammation, and promotes overall cellular health. Without the hormonal and neurological benefits triggered by physical closeness and sexual activity, your immune system can become sluggish. This makes it harder for your body to fight off common viruses and recover quickly from illnesses. Mr. Lewis, a 70-year-old man I know, often suffered from frequent colds and low energy. After reconnecting with his partner and nurturing their intimacy, he noticed a significant decrease in infections and felt more resilient overall. This decline in immune strength doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that often goes unnoticed until you start catching more illnesses or feeling constantly run down. By maintaining physical intimacy, you're not just enriching your emotional life, you're also strengthening your body's natural defenses and supporting long-term health. Have you noticed any changes in your health related to your level of intimacy? What do you do to keep your immune system strong? Share your experiences or questions in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else feel healthier and more connected. As we journey through the later chapters of life, it's easy to believe that certain parts of ourselves, the energy, the passion, the closeness, are meant to fade away. But the truth is far more hopeful. These parts don't disappear. They simply ask to be honored, nurtured, and rediscovered with care and intention. What we've explored today isn't just about sex or physical activity. It's about connection to your body, your partner, and most importantly, to yourself. It's about embracing your worth and vitality at every age and recognizing that intimacy is a vital thread woven through your health, happiness, and spirit. Take a moment to reflect on what this means for you. Maybe it's a gentle reminder to slow down, reach out, or open a conversation. Perhaps it's the encouragement you need to welcome intimacy back into your life in your own way, at your own pace. If this video touched you or sparked a new thought, I invite you to share your reflections in the comments below. Your voice may be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you'd like to continue exploring gentle, empowering guidance, crafted especially for your golden years, consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell. Together, we can build a community where respect, connection, and well-being flourish naturally. Thank you for being here. Remember, you deserve to feel alive, loved, and whole every single day.